Greetings and salutations, everyone. My name is Featherhoof.
And this is CarnagePanda.
And we are back once again for anime for summer of 2018. Anime Talk, that is, where we, once again, we have sat down to watch 5 animes. We actually watched 5 this time. And we are here to recap them, discuss them, and rate them as far as how much we liked them. So, not much preamble, but we're just going to go right on into it with our number 5.
Okay, so we're just going to start off with Angels of Death, and I'm really confused about this show because it was tagged as psychological, horror, whatever, but what we've got here is a comedy. I was laughing through the entire episode.
At first I was trying to figure out why. I mean, it's not psychological, it's not horror. It definitely does sort of fit into the realm of comedy, but like I said, it took a minute for him to explain why he was laughing for me to wait, why are you laughing?
Yeah, because they run into this woman who's the boss of this level, and she's just walking around, and I noticed that she was holding a riding crop in her hand. And then I commented, she's going to be wearing high heels, isn't she? And so naturally they show that she is wearing high heels.
Yeah.
And in the next scene, I started laughing profusely.
Because I thought it was like, okay, so you're that proud of yourself that you predicted the high heels?
But that had nothing to do with it. It's just, I couldn't help myself. I found that the parts where Isaac were screaming in pain and agony, which should not elicit laughter, it was just hilarious. That's
his screams of pain and torture. I really do believe they got some very amateur voice actors for this series, because his screams of pain were just silly. It was bad.
This is pretty much the entire episode too, is where Zach is just sitting in a chair and he's getting electrocuted and he's screaming, and it's funny.
It is kind of funny. And it's just the floor, the boss of this floor is this creepy chick who's dressed as she calls herself the judge. Was it Kathy? It was like Kathy. She has her own little show, called Kathy's Show.
I don't remember her name.
It was Kathy.
I don't care. And
she's dressed as a general. She calls herself the judge, and she's a sadist. She's all about causing pain and torture, and she's totally getting off on it.
This is definitely our S&M episode.
Yeah, and
but it's funny.
He found it hilarious. I'm just he's sitting there laughing his ass off. I'm sitting there just going, oh my god, are you kidding me? So
I don't want to drop this show, man. I know you said that last week, but
I don't know, man. I specifically wanted to watch it because we were promised psychological horror, gore. Well, actually, it did promise on gore, and there's plenty of gore. But it's just,
you know what? Speaking of the gore, I think I'm not sure if this is true or not, but every week I notice that there are bloodstains in different spots on Isaac's outfit, and I'm not sure if I'm actually seeing that correctly, but I think that's what's happening.
It's possible. I did notice the bloodstains too. I was sitting there thinking, I was thinking to myself, wait, when did that? At first, because of the way the one bloodstain is, I was like, is Isaac on his period? This is all just right down there. This big old blood spot right down there. It's just huh. It just draws your eyes every time the cameras are like, well, would you look at that?
Honestly, I don't think it was in his crotch in the first 2 or 3 episodes that we watched. It was elsewhere.
And he's got one on his head, just up here for some reason.
And there's no real reason as to why these bloodstains would be there.
And maybe it happened in the last couple of episodes and we just don't remember. It's possible.
It is.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel that between the description of the show its search tags and its trailer. I got sold a bag of goods that wasn't what I was sold.
I agree with you. You know, I'm totally down for psychological and horror and everything. I thought this sounded really cool, but
yeah,
they really did pull a bait and switch here.
Yeah, and Rachel isn't getting any more likable or empathetic. She's just, it's just like, well, I'm just helping you so that when we get out of here, I can be killed by you. Oh, yeah. So,
you know, she's so laid back and stuff that during the scenes that Isaac is screaming in pain and she's supposed to solve a puzzle or whatever, she's just taking her dear sweet little time.
She is the embodiment of a troll. She really is. But it's just, I don't know. I don't feel anything for the characters. Like I said, we got bait and switched pretty fucking hard.
This is one of those shows that is so bad that it wraps around and is good, in my opinion.
If it turns out to be the Evil Dead of animes, by the end I'll be happy. But right now, I'm not feeling it, man. I'm not. We'll keep going because he wants to watch it. But if it were me, I honestly, if I was by myself, we weren't doing this anime talk, I would have walked away.
In any other context, I would have walked away too. But this is comedy gold.
So yeah, it ends with them being in a gas chamber. They need to figure out how to get out, and then it just sort of ends. Like they think they figured it out. They do a thing, it didn't work. Now they're scrambling on to figure out another thing, and the episode ends. And we'll be back next week to find out. You know, tune in next week to see if the soulless child and the psycho murderer get out alive. Yeah!
I'm really rooting for Kathy.
I kind of am too, yeah. And next on our list, ranking up to number 4 is Hanebado. Hanebado's triumphant return to our list, as we got ourselves a little too far ahead last time, so now we've watched it proper this time. And oh god, again with names. We're bad with names. Please bear with us.
They're introducing more characters. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to remember the main chick's name, the little girl.
Ayano.
Oh, is it Ayano?
Hanasaki.
Okay, yeah. Ayano, she's she's what would you call it? Consigned? Is that the word I'm looking for?
I don't know what you're looking for.
She's accepted the fact that she's going to be in this badminton club, and she's trying to make the best of it. She's like, you know what? Badminton is fun. It is a good thing, and I want to be a part of this group. You know, almost it's like, it's sort of like you read it, if you look at it, it's like, okay, who are you trying to convince? Yourself or us? And she's like, you know, they're playing with each other on the bus. They do her hair up, and she's like, they take a picture of it, and she's like, wow, I actually am a part of a team. This is neat. It's neat to be part of a team. And they go to camp. What is it, like a badminton training camp?
Yeah, this is like, if you've ever watched Haikyuu, which I don't think you have.
No.
They do kind of the same thing. But what I'm really looking forward to is them actually doing some matches.
Well, they did in this episode, but we didn't get to see them. Apparently, at least 4 matches happened, and we got to see the outcomes of them. But, or like the last match, like the last point.
Well, the one match,
any at all, like the boys versus the college students.
That was an unfair match, okay?
And they didn't even bother to show it. It was just like, yeah, you boys, you're gonna go face the college students.
It's like a bunch of 9th graders trying to fight off some college kids. It's just not even fair.
And 2 other girls, they had a match, and the only thing we saw of it was the match point where they lost. It was like, oh, okay. But most of the episode follows around Ayano, and she's supposed to be going to a convenience store to get stuff. I think it was like water, like big old jugs of water. And she's lost. Oh god!
They draw another Google map.
Yeah, Rocky, was that her name? The chick with the short hair.
I'm so bad with names.
I think it's Araki.
I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh,
I think it's
I don't even
Araki.
know what you're talking about. Oh, Aragaki.
Aragaki, yeah. Aragaki, she's like,
Rocky.
instead of like, here, borrow my phone so you can use the Google Map to get there, she draws it. She's like, look at her phone, draws it, okay, and draws the shittiest map you've ever seen.
Yeah,
and
does she not even have her own phone, or what?
Apparently
what's
not.
What's going on here?
Apparently not. So she tries to follow it to the convenience store, gets lost, and she meets up with this blonde-haired chick, and they form a little friendship, we're the Lost Girls. And she, this blonde is from, was she Dutch?
Denmark.
Is that not the Dutch? No, is it? No. She's Denmarkian. I don't know what the people from Denmark say. Denmarkians. Denmarksonians.
Okay.
And they hit it off. They seem to be like, friendly, buddy, until the chick from Denmark finds out, once they finally get to the damn convenience store, that it's Ayano. And she's like, wait, you're the chick I was here to defeat. You're the chick I am here to like play in Batman and kick the shit out of. Why? We don't know. But
well, we do know.
Well, why? They didn't say in the show.
They do at the end.
They give a hint, but I guess it's pretty hard hint there. And she wants to just wipe the floor with Ayano, and I think it has something to do with Ayano's mother, because when Denmark chick starts kicking her ass, like I guess it's comeback, and starts kicking their ass, she like undoes her pigtails, lets it out long, and then ties it to this one ponytail. And as Ayano's watching her, she realizes it's the exact same way her mom would tie her ponytail. And it tied in the same band and everything, and gave her this look like her mother would give her. So apparently this Denmark chick has something to do with Ayano's mom, and Ayano's totally shooken up by it.
So there's one thing I do find really... There's this point of contention.
Okay.
Is that they've really built Ayano up in the first couple of episodes
as like a prodigy,
being just really good.
Yeah.
But she has been beaten by the pink-haired girl, and she's struggling against this blonde-haired chick now.
Yeah.
So, are they trying to say that she's rusty or something? Or
I don't know, because like we saw her wipe the floor with Aragaki in the first episode in a flashback. And that's the only person we've seen Ayano defeat in the entire show.
Yeah.
And that's like the only thing that showed off her skills to date is when they were doing the thing with it in the third episode. They were like bouncing the birdie off of a target, and Ayano's just going into like 68, 69, 70.
Well, I don't think it was the target. It was her and the coach doing it.
No, it was the one chick was all proud because she got it off.
I think they did it both times, yeah.
But yeah, it was like, it's just...
She needs to step her game up.
Yeah, she does. But it's like, she's so easily rattled. And it's... I don't know, but unlike, say, Rachel Gardner, you still at least empathize with this character. You can tell that she has...
Well, she does have a personality.
Yeah, she has something's going on with her mentally, and you care about this character. And that's what I like about this show. The only thing I don't like about it is... what's going on here? I was like, what happened to her mom? Why did her mom leave? There's this big mystery with Ayano's mom.
I don't even care about that. All I want to know about is the guy from the opening.
Yeah, there's still that. We want to see Hadoken guy. Seriously, have you guys seen that? If you've been watching Hanebado, that guy, for like a split second, is just charging up a Hadoken.
I want to see the... Like, I was having real doubts about how many episodes there are going to be in this show, so we looked it up. 13.
It was confirmed 13?
It has it listed as 13. I'm not sure if that's what's going to pan out, or if there's going to be like a second season or something. Because it seems like this show would probably go on longer, because they haven't really got to the meat and potatoes, like the matches and everything. They're just doing practice right now, so I'm starting to wonder on that too.
There is that, yeah. So that's how we felt about Hanebado. We enjoy it. Like, still, when they do show the animations for the badminton matches, with the stuff we do see, is still really well animated.
Yeah, this looks like it's almost movie quality.
it can be. It can get to that point. But it's like it shifts so hard in animation quality when they're not doing badminton. It's your typical anime style. But when badminton starts, suddenly they get their good quality animators in there. I actually
thought that about it, the show today, when it wasn't even in a badminton match. It was when she was talking to the Denmark chick on the way to the convenience store, and they had the clouds passing over.
That was actually a really good scene, yeah. As far as animation quality goes, yes, that was beautiful. But, yeah, so that's where we stand on Hanebado. It was a decent episode this week. Ayano needs to step the fuck up.
Okay, cells at work, and we are once again thrust into hilarity.
Yes, we are.
Well, I just want to get the elephant in the room out of the way first.
They're
still doing that annoying text thing in the show, which... Stop it.
If you are the subtitlers for, usually officially subtitle cells at work, stop it. Please. Stop it. Let the character explain. If the giant wall of text that's going to block out the screen is going to be the exact same words that they're saying and still subtitling, pick one or the other, please.
Yeah, it's just really obnoxious.
And I'm going to say something about the show, and I've come to terms with. I complained about last time how it doesn't seem to be furthering anything. They're not, character development. I think I figured out what the show really is. It's sort of a movie of the week, or a monster of the week sort of show. Every episode is a monster of the week.
It's really episodic and
like sort of like X-Files. Like X-Files. Every episode was a monster of the week sort of thing. And that's sort of what it is. So I've set aside my what would you call it?
Hatred.
Not hatred, but expectations of an overarching story and character development in terms of just realizing, okay, it's silly, it's cute, and it's a monster of the week thing. Which this week we got
food poisoning.
Food poisoning, yes. Which it wasn't even that at first. It was just some like silly-looking tentacle virus, like a Nautilus-looking tentacle virus.
Yeah, I think there's like some bacterial infection, and our hero comes in.
Well, no, before that, the blue and purple one that there's it was just like a germ, like a normal pathogen. The one that our new antagonist was our new protagonist was suffering against. I don't think they even gave it a name. It was just a germ.
Well, the point is that it gets brutally murdered
by our favorite white blood cell, and apparently it had a lot of blood in it, like more than other germs have had. Because like basically he looked like fucking Two-Face, like from here down, like all red and then all white to save our new protagonist. I'm gonna call her Pink White Cell. Because
I have no idea how to pronounce her name. If you put like a subtitle somewhere, I don't know, over there, and it's one of those weird words that whatever. It's one of the reasons It's one of the reasons I suffered so much in biology class, because they have words out there. I'm like, who speaks like this? Who uses these words? That reminds me of that time you talked to one of our science teachers about the mitochondria, and he just looked at you and said, "What?" Yeah. We'll move on from that, thank you. Anyway, so we have a new protagonist. We're going to call her Pink White Blood Cell, and she can't kill anything. She can't kill the germ. She can't kill anything. And of course, all the red blood cells and the normal cells are just talking about her behind her back. However, loudly enough for her to hear. Yeah, they're just talking behind her back, and she's getting really depressed and discouraged about her abilities. So, but we have our murderous white blood cell protagonist, whatever his name is, 1114 or whatever. 1126, I believe. Yeah, he's like trying to keep her encouraged and everything. Because they grew up in the same bone marrow or something like that. So they find the virus, and all of a sudden another thing happens, and it's fucking the food poisoning. Yeah, goddamn, it's the food poisoning. This giant fucking creature, and it's got like weird little you ever see like the close up of suction cups on a like squid octopus? They have the little hooks in there.
It like looks like that, like the bottom of his arms have a bunch of those little hooks. His teeth, like instead of teeth, it's those hooks all around his mouth. And of course, she tries to fight it, and she gets destroyed.
Yeah, she's not really good at fighting these bacteria at all.
Oh, yeah, and they introduced a new type of white blood cell. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
He's
This guy.
He comes in and speaks in haiku poetry.
Like, he walks around dressed like a ninja. He has an umbrella. And he's just spitting out these rhymes of poetry and everything.
Does nothing, by the way.
Does nothing.
Apparently, the description of the type of cell he is he's there to cause an allergic reaction or allergic-like reactions to attract white blood cells to the area.
Summon the other white blood cells.
Yeah.
That's his only purpose in life.
So he's just there, again, to make shit funny, because he'll just sit there and comment on what's going on with poetic license.
He's like, oh, this is really, really bad.
Although he doesn't say it's really, really bad, he'll say it in a fucking poem.
Yeah. It's like getting all Shakespeare out here.
So, pink white blood cell gets her ass beat, almost gonna get eaten by the big old monster of food poisoning until white blood cell, he pulls a fucking Ian Grant from or Malcolm Grant from Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum's character from Jurassic Park. He gets this flare out over here, to get his attention, and it eats him. And then he murders it from the inside.
Brutally murders.
Brutally. And then it's like, oh, we're safe. Good thing those white cells, did their job, except for pink white cell. That bitch, she's so weak. Why is she even there? Is it just... I'm not saying it to her, but she's like right there. And they know she's right there.
Like, how useless is she?
Until... they go beyond parasite or beyond viruses and germs until a fucking parasite shows up. I can't remember the technical word, but it's a roundworm. It's basically a roundworm.
It's something that hangs around fish, and he busts through the stomach wall. And at this point, I'm kind of expecting some Avas to pop out.
It did very much remind me of an angel from Evangelion.
Getting really into that theme, and I was.
Until suddenly, pink white blood cell just, something snaps in her, and she one-shots it?
Yeah, so apparently her function is to kill parasites.
Which doesn't really, make sense to me, because it's like, I've seen people with parasites. I watched that show, what was it called, Monsters Inside Me. If there was such white blood cells, I don't think anybody would be getting... parasites. These things would be getting murdered the moment they entered our body. But no, people get killed by these parasites. But she one-shots it and saves the day. And everyone's like, "Oh, we're so sorry we ever talked bad about you. Oh, you're so awesome. Oh my god, that was so cool." And she's like, she has no idea how to take praise. And it's a cute little ending. And our favorites, the platelets, they had one scene.
2 seconds.
Yep, one scene, 2 seconds, no words.
I just want to comment about the body that these
cells
God. Are inhabiting.
This dude is so...
the unluckiest person in the world.
Either that or the most irresponsible.
Either, yeah.
Because apparently he downed some raw fish, some bad raw fish. And this guy... the last episode was what the... That was the one with the influenza. The time before that, a nuclear explosion happened as he, busted up a piece, his arm or something. And this guy is constantly getting hurt or sick. So, yeah. So we really liked it this time. I think, like I said, at least I've put away my expectations of an overarching story in favor of realizing, it's a Monster of the Week thing. And it's fun again. It actually is fun again. It was funny, and we enjoyed it. But there were 2 others we enjoyed more. And we're going to talk about those right now. And next, number 2, we have Review Starlight, which I wrote it down this time so I remember what it was called. It's becoming a little bit better, a little more clearer, mostly. We're still trying to figure out what this thing is.
What are you talking about?
But I mean, the relationships between the characters. We're starting to develop that more. And I'm really enjoying that in the story.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we still have no idea what the stage girls things is or why. And
well, they try to explain it at the beginning, but then nobody gets it.
No. Apparently, the only people who get it are the giraffe, and anyone the giraffe says gets it. But then the people the giraffe says gets it never elaborate on what it is. So we don't know what it is.
But he understands.
I don't think, basically, if you think about it, it's just like some kind of like artistic way to show these girls trying to be the best, to be the top star, to be the lead role in their upcoming play thing.
I have my own theories.
I'm sure you do. But remember last week we sort of commented on the implied homosexual themes? This episode didn't imply shit. This episode outright said it. Just outright. Apparently there's at least 3 lesbian relationships happening. At least. Well, 2 that are happening and 1 that's budding.
Well, when I was watching this, I think I was watching a porno in action, but without any actual pornography.
That was at the beginning of the episode when they were still implying stuff, but later in the episode they outright just went, nope, that's a thing. Because, I didn't get it at first. You explain what you were laughing at, what you started, giggling at.
Yeah, so this episode kind of focuses heavily on Banana-chan.
At first, in the beginning.
In the beginning of it,
yeah.
And then
which we finally understand why she's called Banana-chan.
The whole... I don't even know, man.
Well, her hair, she has pigtails on the side. I mean, they're clearly bananas.
That's just a part of her,
Yeah. And we saw her bedroom. She has banana-shaped pillows and a bedspread.
She is definitely owning this.
Yes.
She is Banana-chan.
And she presents people with her home-baked banana muffins.
Okay, so this is just my wild conspiracy theory at this part, but
go ahead.
In the beginning of the episode, she presents all the girls with banana muffins. Mm-hmm. And this is Banana-chan giving all the girls her banana muffins. And they're all coming out of a box. Mm-hmm. So both of these things are slang for the vagina. And so what I think we're witnessing here is every single one of these girls eating Banana-chan's muffin. Muffins. Whatever.
And that's his theory.
This is my theory.
His mind went there. I didn't. He had to explain it to me. He was giggling his ass off. I'm going, what?
No, I wasn't giggling my ass off. I just said, Banana-chan gave all the girls her banana muffins.
You were chuckling. You were chortling. You were having.
Did she just give them?
Yes.
My mind was there, and I think I'm correct, but it has plenty of time to prove me wrong.
So Banana-chan is leaving the stage group. She's going to be part of the backstage group.
Yeah, she's going to be like the director, the stage manager, or something.
Yeah, she's like in charge of writing and producing and all that jazz. So then most of the first half of the episode are girls bribing her with a shit ton of candy. So, to try and get like the lead role. So that was kind of fun. But then we start getting more insight into. There was this couple of girls that what was it, like a redhead and a blue-haired girl. Like the blue-haired girl's always sleepy, and she the redhead girl's always dragging her in.
Man, these names we are just nailing it.
I don't know their names. I honestly don't, and I don't think
I don't know their names either.
There's 29 girls. I am not going to remember any.
We're not going to attempt to remember any of their names.
I remember Banana-chan because her name's Banana-chan. How can you forget Banana-chan?
She's like the most distinct character in the show.
Yes. And she's, first off, the tallest. Her hair is shaped like bananas. And her name's just Banana-chan. I mean, you can't forget that. And Karen, you can't forget Karen. I mean, Karen's like the most. It's the easiest for us stupid Americans to remember. So, yeah, that's that. And I can't. Hikari?
Yeah, Hikari's the transfer girl.
Yeah, and I can't. Even though Karen's roommate is just as integral to her character development story, and is obviously she has a thing for. They call it out in the episode. The blue-haired girl calls it out to her. He's like, why don't you just tell her that you're in love with her? And she's like, oh my god, she gets all blushy and shit.
Yeah, they don't mince words with that.
No. And then the blonde-haired chick who lost the fight at the end, after the credits in the last episode, basically says to the red-haired chick, you're in love with that blue-haired chick, aren't you?
Yep.
And then she's like, well, it's just as much as you're in love with the brown-haired chick who kicked your ass in the last episode. And it's like, okay, 1, 2, yep, 3 lesbian relationships going on in this theater group. Okay, got it. We're no longer implying shit. It's in the open. Got it. I can deal. So then it's like, while this is happening, they're setting up relationships and character, then they're all summoned to fight. And
I don't know what was going on here, but it sure looks cool. This is some great animation.
So we had at least 2 simultaneous fights going on between Karen and Maya. I remember Maya. I can't remember her I think Maya was her surname, or is that...
Whatever.
Yeah, Maya, the head of the class. And it wasn't even a fight. It was one-sided the entire time. Why these two were pitted, I don't know. Because it was there just to create, beautiful animation, because there was no fight there. It was like with Juna and Karen, there was a fight there. This was a one-sided thing from the get-go. Meanwhile, the blonde-haired chick and the red-haired chick are duking it out. And the blonde-haired chick proves why she's the second in the class. She wipes the floor with the red-haired chick. But I think it was more like Maya's sort of like... It sort of develops Maya's character a little bit, how she's so obsessed with being the top student that she completely dropped the blonde-haired student. Like, she left her. Like, their relationship is done so that she can be the best. Meanwhile, you have Karen, the naive Karen, who, she wants to share the spotlight with Hikari. She wants to, they promise their promise of being the top stars together, and Maya stomps her with her conviction.
Whatever
her shine was
top
bigger.
Star means.
And the episode concludes with good old Jeffrey with double understanding.
Yeah, so he doesn't just understand, he doubles down on it.
He understands and understands. And then it shows the board with all the names. It shows Maya on top, and then it shows going down. And there's Hikari at the very bottom.
No, it wasn't Hikari, it was Karen.
I'm sorry, Karen. Yeah, Karen's just at the very bottom. And Karen and Hikari have this little spat outside where Hikari just slaps the shit out of her.
Yeah, I saw that coming because...
I think Hikari... The best part of the episode is Hikari wants Karen out of the stage girls so bad, she kidnaps her, tie wraps her hands together, and locks her in the janitor's shed, like the maintenance shed.
Yeah, it was kind of sudden and abrupt. She just kind of opens the door and you see her tied up.
Yeah,
and I was like, "What's going on here?"
It's like you don't even see her kidnap her. It's implied that she kidnapped her. So Karen is still trying Karen's trying to be her best in Stage Girls. Hikari's trying her best to get her out of Stage Girls, and we have some relationships that are forming and falling apart. So on the plus side, the character development is really good in this show. I love the character development.
Yeah. On the minus side, I don't understand.
Yeah, on the minus side, what is going on? So that's our feeling. That was the episode, and with that, we have one more to talk about. And if you've been following the last 2 episodes, I'm pretty sure you know what our number 1 pick was.
Okay, so continuing our love for bananas, our top pick for this week is banana fish.
Yeah, you would think that, even though I hate bananas in real life, like actual bananas, I love banana-flavored things. I don't know why. It's a weird thing with me. Banana-chan is our favorite character in Review Starlight.
Best girl. Yep.
And in the anime list this season, Banana Fish takes top spot once again. Because, goddamn, dude, this episode.
Yeah, I just really like the drama of this show.
Do you like the drama?
I like the drama.
How much do you like the drama? Show me how much you like the drama!
I really, really like the drama.
There, I told you I can get his voice up. I told you didn't believe me I could do it. I could do it.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Oh. Never mind. So, Ash is still in prison, which I didn't think I would like, but they did something with it this episode. And, it showed character development between Ash and Max Lobo. I don't care what his real name. They showed his real name. They told us what it was.
Names, man.
But his name is Max Lobo till the end of the series. His I wouldn't call it like his interactions with him. It's very interesting watching those two interact. Max wants out. He wants out, because I think he's mildly afraid of Ash at the same time that he's also afraid of, not afraid, but
I thought it was implied that he's afraid of banana fish.
No, because he's trying to do a journalistic piece on banana fish. He's trying to root it out. He's been tracking it down, whatever it is. But he can't stand to be in the same room with Ash because, one, he thinks he's going to wake up dead one day because Ash is going to kill him in his sleep. And two, he just wants nothing to do with Ash anymore because, Griffin beat his brother and everything else. So they give him a new cellmate, the Bull.
The Bull.
Because that's an American name.
Yeah, so this is a scene where Ash completely dominates the Bull because they try to go into another rape scene against Ash.
This author really loves putting Ash in rape scenes.
It doesn't work out. Ash completely turns the tables on him. And this is something that, if I'm playing fighting games, it really annoys me.
Yeah.
Because you'll see them get somebody in, an armbar or a headlock or something.
Right.
And they just let them go. You've got a game-winning strategy right there. It's, almost impossible. It's not impossible, but it's almost. I've seen people in, MMA fights get out of him, but...
Okay.
Ash is getting in a fight with this guy. He puts him in a headlock. He lets him go to do some gymnastic bullshit.
Yeah, he runs back, jumps on the bars, and flips with his, and comes down with his heel onto the dude's head. And then
he puts him back in the headlock. What?
And again, to show how awful the prison guards are here, they open the door to the cell. Hey, what's going on there? To fight, and Ash walks away. He just walks away.
Scot-free. You think that they would put him in solitary or something.
Nope.
They're just what? What's going on?
So while that's going on, AG is caught by Arthur, and he's caught the Dr. Meredith, and he's with that doctor from what's it? Papadono? Is that Dino? Papa Dino is scientist guy. He's trying to get the banana fish stuff back.
Although I could have swore I heard them pronouncing it as Dino.
It might have been Dino. I don't know. So they're sitting there. They're about to be murdered, and Griffin hears the word banana fish and stands up, despite the fact that it's stated that he's he can't walk. Because Ash said in the last episode, the bullet that Max Lobo shot through his legs crippled him. He gets up and starts going towards the scientist guy. The scientist's like, "You're supposed to be dead! Oh my god, what the fuck?" And Shorter just busts in at that point.
Yeah, we're kind of forgetting about Shorter here, who is the biggest unsung hero.
Yes. 3 dudes in the room, 4 dudes if you count the scientist, and there were apparently dudes guarding the room. Shorter...
in the previous episode, they showed other gang members, but apparently Shorter just soloed the entire thing.
Yeah, and he comes in there and saves them, well, with the help of Griffin, sort of, because Griffin's like, oh my god, zombie-like going towards the banana fish, and Arthur pumps a couple rounds into him. The bad guys get away. At first, Arthur's about to kill Shorter, but Shorter apparently is tapped into the Matrix.
Yeah, he moves like they do.
Yeah, he does. Kicks the gun, even the gun's right here. Kicks it out of the way just as the bullet goes off, and Arthur's like, "Oh shit!" and runs away. And so,
why do they need anybody else?
I don't know. Apparently, they just need Shorter. saves AG and all of them, but the thing is, Griffin dies. And even though the next like 15 minutes of dialogue are different people saying, "Nobody tell Ash that Griffin's dead. Nobody tell him.
Don't do it."
And everyone's like, "Don't do it." What happens? For some reason, Charlie the detective tells Max Lobo, "It's like,
don't tell him."
What? And then tells him, "Don't tell him." So okay, I promise I won't tell him. Next scene, he tells him.
Your brother's
which,
dead.
By the way, is happening during another attempted rape scene of Ash Lakes. 2 attempted rape scenes in 1 episode. And,
do you get the feeling that the author likes these kinds of scenes?
I'm starting to think that the author loves attempted rape. Well, actually, one it wasn't even attempted. It was straight out happened. But anyway, so he flips out and the 2 of them start fighting. Like, Ash and Max start fighting until they just, like, are like, okay, I guess we're done fighting now.
And then that guy comes in. He's like, what? What's going on?
And the episode sort of ends with the 2 of them talking in their cell. You know, apparently he smuggled in bourbon somehow. And is like, Ash is like, I should hit. Oh, I forgot about the best part of the attempted rape scene. Ash smuggled a fork in.
The fork. Oh God.
And after he lays the dude out, I just said at random, the fight looked like the fight was over. It's like, okay, it's done. I was like, use the fork on his nuts. Fork him in the dick. He forks him in the dick. Just straight up.
It's just a fork, man. It leaves like a. They do a shot right on the ground and there's blood all over it.
Dude,
like,
it's a fork. A fork can kill. A fork can kill. To tell him that a fork can kill. In the comments below, tell him that you can kill a dude with a fork. Anyway, so Ash is like, I should hate you, but
that's gonna take some skill.
Max is like, or Ash is like, I should hate you, Max, but I should hate you, but I can't bring myself to do it. And they share a drink for Griffin's death, and the episode just sort of ends there. And it was a good episode. We really enjoyed it. There was a lot of, it enhanced, advanced the story. It advanced character development. It was actually a really good episode. It had some good choreographed fight scenes.
Yeah, since we're at the end of the episode, I guess you could say they put a fork in it.
Oh. After that, I don't think there's any better way to end that, that recap of that episode than with that statement. We're going to end this here, guys. Once again, Banana Fish is proving itself to be amazing, and Angels of Death is proving itself not to be. So, if you guys enjoyed this episode, if you agreed with any of our, if you agreed with anything we said, disagreed with anything we said, have your own thoughts, leave them in the comments below. For now, however, if you enjoyed this, please let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, share it, or you can click on the annotations for other videos we've done. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all next time.